slightly windy today, so could be some wind disturbance with the microphone. Imagine you wake up one morning and there's a box on the table and a note, obviously written by you, in your hand. And you pick up the note and the note says, look, you won't remember any of this, but just do as I say. Take the box, take it to the nearest skip rubbish dump and throw it in the bin and forget about it. Don't look in it, don't question, just do as I ask you to do. You won't remember any of why I'm writing this, just do as I say. And you know it's written by you. You can't remember anything of what happened. So what do? Do you take the box to the rubbish tip? Do you listen to the advice that this wiser you has given? I was having a talk and the conversation turned to where I get my determination from to be consequent and do things. I'm not like that all the time in all things, but I do things like my morning routine. For example, I get out of bed this morning at 6-ish, straight to the bathroom, cold shower, freezing cold, 2-3 minutes, breakfast, small bowl of cornflakes, cup of coffee, breathing exercises, takes 10 minutes, and then it depends what I've decided to do. I'll go and train calisthenics, bar training for an hour or more, or go for a walk, an hour and a half, meditate an hour. Whatever I've decided to do the night before or at that moment, this is what I'm going to do, then I just do it. And it seems like lots of people have a problem with initiating the first step or carrying it on once you've initiated it. Like in yoga, they say the hardest step is a step onto the mat. In German, they call it the innere Schweinehund überwinden, to get over the inner pig dog, the little voice and feeling that says, oh, don't bother. You know, when the alarm goes off in the morning and you know you want to get up and go and have a run, but you think, oh, really? Really? Now? That's the innere Schweinehund. So, you want to change something? I don't know. Lose weight. Start jogging or training in something, or start making YouTube videos, or I don't know, whatever. But then the moment comes to go and jog and you think, oh, but I've just come back from work, I've just got up, oh, it's the weekend. You know, 1001 excuses. Back to the box. Do you listen to what the note says and trust the you that wrote the note? So if you've decided to say lose weight and jog, well, the idea is already there, because you would be looking at things online, looking at diets, thinking about it. You'd have sat there and thought, I need to get rid of this, you know, I'm not happy with this. Or, you know, the idea of going out for a jog, the idea of getting weight off will have already been there, and you'll have started to inform yourself by looking at diets online, or looking at health sites and so on and so forth. So now that you've done that, then you sit down in a clear, consequent frame of mind. So at the time when you think, no, that's enough, I've got to do something about this is terrible, then you sit down and you make a decision. I have to do something about this weight. I have to go and get myself healthy. I have to go and join a gym. I have to go and start running. And that's the note you write to yourself. So that when you wake up in the morning, one morning, and it will come, where you think, oh God, that's right, I want to go and jog. Oh God, no. And it's time to get your jogging clothes on and get ready to go. That's the morning that you find a note. That's the morning that you remember that the sensible, consequent, clear-minded part of yourself wanted you to do something. And that was when the decision was made. So when I'm asked, how do you manage to get up and go straight into a cold shower, do your breathing every morning, meditate for an hour, or any of these things, it's because the decision has already been made. When the moment comes where I feel that resistance, to doing this thing, that's a trigger to go and do the thing. That means no questions need to be asked. Why am I doing this? What am I doing this for? Why am I going for a run? What's the point? I'm not going to get rid of this fat anyway. What's the point? Why did I even bother? Because at some point you decided to do that. That's why you're in the quandary. That's why you're in the position where you're asking yourself why you're doing it. If you hadn't decided that at some point, you would still be just eating chips and crisps on the sofa drinking beer. You wouldn't be getting up at first thing in the morning going for a run. You're in a quandary because there are two parts of you fighting with each other. The one that's already decided that that's what you need to do, and the one that wants to try and get out of it, the inner Schweinehund. And now they're battling. But the decision has already been made. Otherwise you wouldn't be in the quandary in the first place. So the note's there, it tells you what to do, just go and get rid of the box. You've made a decision to do something, now go and do it. It's not a matter of determination or having some kind of masterful ability over yourself, some great self-control. It's not great self-control I have when I get up in the morning and go straight to the shower and take a freezing cold shower. It's a decision that was made in a clear state of mind. This is something I want to do. And so there's no need to question that decision. It's been made in a clear state of mind. End of story. It's not some magical ability that you have. It appears to be like that to other people when they don't possess it, but it's not, it doesn't feel like that for you. For you, it's just a decision made. And that can be used in lots of things to overcome lots of problems that you have with deciding something, making a decision, sticking to a decision, and damning the consequences. If you think about the consequences in a clear state of mind, in a clear moment, when the moment comes to turn that into reality, to turn that into an action, then there is no need to question. The decision has been made, and now you just have to trust the decision that was made in the state of clarity. So if you want to start meditating, for example, and have decided I'm going to do 10 minutes a day, and you sit there and start to think, decision has already been made. Why am I going for a run? Because decision has already been made. Why am I not going to buy 2 packets of biscuits and 5 packets of crisps? Because the decision has already been made. There will always be consequences in anything that you do. So if you make a decision, I'm going to get rid of everything and go and live in a van and travel the world, and you end up in Belgium, broken down on a motorway. Nothing against the Belgians, but you end up in Belgium, broken down on the motorway, and that's as far as you've got. And you end up thinking, why the hell did I do this? What have I done? Then you made a decision in a clear state of mind to do that thing. There will always be consequences, and you could not have foreseen that you would end up in Belgium on the motorway broken down and your journey is over. Consequences, negative and positive, are a result of taking any action. You will not be able to foresee all that happens. So you can't blame yourself for having started something that has turned out so bad. You deal with those things as they come along. It's the only way to do it. But to not take the step in the first place for fear of ending up in Belgium on the motorway broken down would be foolish, because then that would be inaction, stagnation, death. There would be no point in doing anything at all. I also don't advise leaping up now and saying, I'm going to buy a van and go to Belgium. It's about making a decision in a moment of clarity. Deciding, is that what I want to do? Do I really want to do this? And once that decision has been made, to stick to that decision. The things that follow from that, you might have to take that decision partly back or completely back, because you're forced to. You want to go and start your journey around the world in a van, but your brother dies, and now you have to cancel that to go back home. But the basic decision, when it's been made, has been made, and you stick to that decision because it was made in a moment of clarity. A negative voice that wants to make you stop doing things, procrastinate, do it tomorrow, do it next week. That's not clarity. That's a foggy moment misting over your clear thinking mind and questioning whether the decision was a good one. That's not to be trusted. It's not useful. Whereas the mind that's clear, that's the one to trust. So create a clear moment, decide, stick to that decision by realizing that everything that comes after that, and I mean those moments of I don't really want to do this, that they're all only there because you made the decision.